gotta go back.
We have to go back.
Kate, we gotta go back.
We have to go back to Grogg's traditional Irish pub.
Go 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 good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Bop bop bop. Good morning.
Bebop?
No, that is Conan O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't know because you're a baby. You're a little baby bitch. You don't know the greatness of staying up till 12:36 to watch Conan O'Brien until 1:36 in the morning.
I didn't have to. He was on TBS for me. And then he went on HBO.
See, you were on the TBS years?
I was.
Okay.
Well, because he got dropped from NBC. So I didn't really have a chance.
I watched when I was a youngster, when you were in diapers.
Back in my day, I got to watch Conan play with the fiddlestick. Wasn't that whoopity snaps?
The masturbating bear. Conan was the shit. Is the shit.
He's still great. You should watch Conan Must Go. Still a great show.
You should watch Mass. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, another podcast. But you watch our podcast first.
Well, you listen to Conan, and then when you're like, I need to be let down a little bit, you come to us. Mm-hmm. And then when you're done with that, you need to pick me up. You go to the Do Over podcast, which is on Twitch probably in like 30 minutes.
Twitch.tv/The Do Over Podcast. Go and check us out. And thank you to Grogg's Traditional Irish Pub for letting us do some taps and takes.
Taps and takes.
Where Elliot used to drink alcohol. Now he drinks coffee because he's boring.
No, I just have so much horrible work I have to do.
Just a little boring, Elliot. Like, I noticed our last episode, which is on our YouTube channel and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Go and subscribe and follow. I just feel like you can bring a little bit more.
Well, what do you mean by what do you mean by that? Hang on, no. Hang on, what do you mean by that?
This is what I mean. I mean that you are, and I love you, boo boo shmoo.
I'm sensing a big hairy butt.
I love you so much, moo moo boo boo.
I'm sensing a really big hairy butt.
But
it's right there.
But you are a little bit too playing it safe lately.
Playing it safe.
I gave you a bitch a sweater. Look at that sweater.
This guy.
Look at that sweater right there.
This guy.
You see that sweater? See this sweater right here? Huh? See that? Yeah, hoodies. Now, the hoodies are expensive, so if you want one, you'll have to buy them. But we can make them for you.
You should buy them anyway at our Patreon.
I don't like selling stuff.
Link in the bio.
I don't like selling merch, but the hoodies are expensive to make. So if you want one, we can sell them to you. But
$55.99.
No, nowhere near that.
$65.99.
Now, Elliot.
Yes.
We got a lot of nerd news. We got a lot of sports news.
We got all jam-packed, an Elliot Jams-packed episode. But I'm going to start with a couple of rants first.
No rants first. You know why?
Yep.
You know why?
Why?
Because we have been dropping the ball. You know how?
No, I don't drop. I don't drop nothing.
See, Elliot.
I drop elite knowledge. I drop ball because I know ball.
We are supposed to have done something on Taps and Takes that we have not. And there's one lovely viewer that keeps on pointing it out. Ayo, Chris.
Ayo, Chris.
Ayo, Chris.
Ayo, Chrissy.
Hey, yo, Chris. Keeps on bringing up that we never reviewed the final episode of Alien Earth.
Do you want to do that right now?
I think we lead in with it because Ayo Chris is here every single week.
He is.
And we need to do that for them.
Well, Ayo Chris.
And I have a problem.
I'm going to bum you out here, bud.
Hold on. I got a problem.
What's your problem?
I'm going to have to go poo-poo.
That's all right. I'll cover it. You go. And I'll just talk.
You're just going to talk?
I'm going to talk.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Because I'm going to cover what I think is the problem with Alien Earth. There's not enough aliens on my Earth right now. No, in all seriousness, I didn't like the finale. I thought the finale was one of the weaker episodes of the season. And that's what we in the business call a darn shame. You're building up to something so big. You know, you've got Wendy and the synths kind of like coming aware and realizing like, oh, Boy Prodigy is kind of a scumbag. You're finding that I got to get his name. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. Alien Earth cast. Because Timothy Olyphant and Kersh, you're thinking he's going to be plotting something. Nope. He just gets his back broken. I mean, and then you get the human characters that really never get too much development. But you do get one character who is a standout, an absolute standout of a Chad, and that is Moro by Babu Sisay. A phenomenal actor, and he put on an absolute clinic. I think he was by far the best actor in the show, next to Timothy Olyphant, of course. But I mean, some of the decisions they made for this show, or at least in the finale, I just did not get. And to make Wendy kind of this all-powerful being, at least on the island, she can speak with the synth and she can deactivate the father prodigy, you know, she can talk to the aliens. So she's essentially God on this island. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. It felt a little corn. I know there was like a lot of alien like kills in the episode before the finale. That was just kind of running rampant. I would have liked to see a little more. I also would have kind of liked to I didn't understand the whole like mold shot, you know, the guy spraying constantly. You know, you think it's because of like something happening, but it's just mold. It's just like the guy, it's just like probably a metaphor. Maybe my media literacy isn't too great on that, but I think it just felt like a letdown for the peaks of the season to then have such a lackluster finale. It just didn't sit right with me.
All right,
Drew, your thoughts?
Okay. I think that Alien Earth, overall, the whole package is a B.
Minus.
Hold on. It's a B because the concepts and lore that we were getting were awesome. I like the idea that the big technological race as of right now is trying to conquer mortality. Like that just being a concept alone, and how are you going to do it? Are you going to do it through, you know, cybernetics? Are you going to be an android? Are you going to do it through synthetics? Like, how do we conquer death? Right. I like the idea of how these major companies just own the rights to planets and Earth, basically. Yeah. Like, I like the lore of Earth. I like the character Wendy. I like the Lost. I like what they were setting up. I even like the kind of she can communicate stuff to a degree, but like,
okay, I was going to say, because I funny, you just missed me kind of ranting about it. It's like, I felt like her being able to control the synthetics as well as the aliens feels a little dumb.
Yes, but hold
like
on.
For lack of a better term.
I like what they were setting up in terms of lore and what she can do and how this is all. My problem mainly with Alien Earth are two things. One, most logic things were good up until the second half of the season. Now we started having some major logic problems.
Right.
Now, and I was thinking to myself, like how Boy Cavalier, and his name's literally Boy Cavalier. So maybe Boy Cavalier he thinks he's so smart, so he will make dumb decisions because he just thinks he's untouchable.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like, if you're so smart, you would have the know-with-all, maybe to not just go meandering around hallways while there's a xenomorph on the loose.
Well, and also, like, you would have protocol. If you're so smart to where you are that cocky, you would have 3 different backup plans to protect you at all times, rather than just going for a stroll.
Yes. And that is one of my big issues. And then my second problem is you created these things that are so much more powerful than you. you should be aware that they are able to just overpower you and do whatever they want to you. So there's every single Aliens movie. Maybe I haven't seen Romulus and maybe not Romulus, but they all suffered from the same logic problems and people putting themselves in stupid situations that they wouldn't is my main issue. And then they ended the season on a huge cliffhanger,
right?
Which is fine because I figured we were going to get a second season.
Well, and I think I enjoyed
it overall.
No, I thought the show itself was good. I thought the finale was a huge drop. And so for me, it'd be a B- because if you're grading it like a class, you know, you can have an A-, but if you bomb the final, you drop essentially a whole grade. It's a B- for me. I love the first couple of episodes of the season. And I will say there were some moments that were cool, like the tree monster thing that turns out wasn't like a tree at all, and it's squirming around the wall,
right? Yeah.
And then it just sucks that girl up, and you just hear the crunch in it, and it even like steers her hand to where it's shooting the guards.
That's the other thing
that was sick.
That's the other thing that needs to get recognized here is that you have Alien Earth, where a Xenomorph is around, and some of the most compelling aliens were like the
eye thing,
the eyeball, the Teocellus or whatever it's called, the plant. You know what I mean? Like they managed to make the other species, and I do like that there's some unanswered questions, right? Like, what was the point of all these individual species? Why? Like, obviously, the Xenomorph, you want to try to control it to be like some bioweapon, but why the other ones? Like, what is the value of the other ones kind of a deal?
Right.
What's the big conflict between the eyeball and the Xenomorphs, because they obviously have big conflicts with one another? Like, I do like it's hard for me because logic issues always take me out of a show.
When I'm like, we're about to get into Lost with that.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're not that dumb. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? It's just stupid.
Like the alien, the eyeball shouldn't be the smartest character on the show, and it was for the entire season.
Yeah,
like literally the entire season. And I felt like the biggest disservice for me was, and maybe this is just because I've watched so many alien things, and the synth, usually there's one synth that's always got a backup plan, or he's got his own plan that's going to set stuff up for the future. I was hoping to get that with Kersh.
Yeah.
And there was none of that. And they even like, the way they were filming Timothy Olyphant, it was like, okay, he's clearly plotting something.
Yeah.
And he never did.
And Timothy Olyphant commanded every scene that he was in.
I would say he was the second best actor on that show, only behind Babu Sisay playing as Moro. I thought Moro was the best actor and the best character of the show.
Yeah. So overall, I would give it a solid B. You're at a B-. I'm interested to see more. And now that it is a proven project, because a lot of those things, you know, you don't know if they're proven or not. Now that it's proven, so maybe they get a little bit more money, more resources, more time to do something, you know, kind of really cool and expanding for the second season. I want more. It was just kind of like the final episode was kind of like, okay.
Yeah. No,
too many logic issues, bro.
No, it's a shame because I've been on a huge alien kick because of Romulus. So to get Alien Earth, the first 4 or 5 episodes I thought were awesome. And then it just fizzled out bad for me. But you know what? I know they're going to do a season 2, and what they're setting up with essentially Wendy versus the other tech company, Wayland, that'll be really exciting to watch. And the dynamic between her and her brother will be interesting. So there's stuff to look forward to. I just didn't like. And I also thought for a finale for Alien Earth, you didn't get a lot of Xenomorph kills.
You got some good ones.
For a finale.
Yeah.
For the final episode.
But also, this is my last thing. I don't like the casting of her brother. I think he's kind of a weak actor.
He's a little goober. He's a little
like, I don't know. There's something about him that I'm just like...
I'm looking at his face right now, and he's like smirking at me.
Yeah, he's like a little miscast.
Yeah. I did like Nibs, though. I did like Nibs. Nibs was cool.
Nibs going crazy, you know, and I felt bad for Isaac, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but I felt like it was a B. So there you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Chris.
Ayo, Chris.
That's
Alien Earth could have ended better.
It could have.
It could have ended.
It could have.
I think that's fair to say.
So you got another legacy review?
I got 2 rants coming. I'm going to be quick with one. Marvel Zombies. I watched the 4-episode little thing. And look, I'll admit I'm not the biggest comic book nerd. I like my comic books here and there. They're a nice change of pace. I've been really enjoying the Absolute series. Superman as well has been really cool. Good change of him. And Batman for sure. But I understand Wanda is this all-powerful being. But I'm going to spoil it. I don't think you care enough.
Hold on. Spoilers.
For zombies, for Marvel Zombies.
Hey, go ahead and put a big old spoiler.
Because it doesn't follow the comic books of Marvel Zombies. It's its own what-if story, right. Marvel. There are cool moments of this. But again, if you have Hulk, who's already one of the strongest creatures in the MCU, who can rival Thor, right? Which is normal Hulk, right? To then infuse him with the Infinity Stones and Infinity Energy. To lose to not just Wanda, who's normal base Wanda. She's like zombie Wanda. So for some reason, zombie Wanda makes her stronger now. I don't know. But to then lose, like to start losing to just regular Valhallan soldiers who've been zombified. He could clap and the world would shatter if he wanted to. And instead, he's getting diced up by just regular zombies and regular, like, Valhallan soldiers. He curb stomps zombie Thor. And then, like, all of a sudden, he's getting whacked around. Like, I don't get it.
You know,
I hate the slander of Hulk that the MCU constantly does.
Hold on.
That's my thing.
Whereas I have reasonable criticism about logic issues on Alien Earth, which is a more serious property.
Sure.
Marvel Zombies is more of an excuse just to watch people get chopped up. You know what I mean?
I get that.
It doesn't need to make sense.
No, and like, look, Moon Knight Blade, sick.
Yeah.
All right. Shang-Chi half zombified, cool. A little dumb. You wouldn't just chop the zombified part of your arm off, but whatever. You still have control over it, I guess. You know, cool, right? Spider-Man decapitating with his webs, sick. There are cool moments to this show. I even really like Miss Marvel. But man, to have one of the coolest versions of Hulk you can have, and then to barely give him any screen time, and then to make him last essentially 2 seconds, it just feels like another big waste of such a cool character. And I don't get how MCU hasn't figured out how to make a compelling Hulk anything. And it drives me up a wall.
I think he was like clearly the standouts in like the first 2 Avengers movies.
Okay. Since then. Right. That was over a decade ago, by the way. The first 2 Avengers movies.
He was good in the 3rd Thor movie.
But he was kind of like a comic relief character.
Yeah, but that was fine. Like, they were good.
I'm just tired of us nerfing Hulk. I think that's not a lot to ask for. And we got a Hulk story coming in a second, but I just feel like when you have such a historically iconic character that is Hulk, who is more iconic, I would say, than Thor. Maybe
I wouldn't say that.
More iconic than Thor? I would 100% say that.
No. Thor?
Hulk.
Yeah, Thor. Because Thor is based on the Norse god Thor. Like, Thor, I wouldn't say that. I would say, like, they're probably the same. In terms of the MCU, you could argue, but Thor
I would say,
is a Norse god.
I would say in comic books, even. Like, Hulk had his own TV show. He was huge for Marvel to start up. And then he had his 2 own movies, which the first one, second one, I thought was cool.
Yeah.
That set up the MCU.
I don't know. I don't see eye to eye with you on that one.
I'm just saying, it feels like they keep squandering a perfectly good character, and I don't know why.
Okay. What's your second?
My final thing.
We're not even getting into nerd news.
I can go through these stories fast, but my final thing is just Lost. I am now 3 seasons deep. I'm about to be on the season finale of season 3, and I got some gripes.
Okay.
I will say this though. I'm enjoying the ride. I think it's a fun show. I get why it was so hyped back in the day.
Right.
You know, Saeed the GOAT for real. He seems to be the only person using his brain. Sawyer, incredible character, although for a con man, he literally gets conned every episode. John Locke, interesting, but he's fallen off a bit. And Hurley's just the man. Hurley's the man. Hurley is the glue that makes this show work.
He's the heart, if you will.
He really is the heart. But I am getting really sick. Oh, and Jin and Sun, love their story. Emotionally connected. And Desmond, brother. Great character.
I love Desmond.
Desmond, brother. Love him. Love me some Desmond. I am so sick of some of these stupid plot twists.
It's the whole show.
I get it's the whole show, but everybody from every moment of every person's life is connected.
Yes, that's the whole point, Elliot. The whole point is that
for John. Hang on.
Do you not understand?
Let me go. All right.
Oh my God.
For John Locke to continuously allow his dad to get away with the stuff he does, to then find out, oh yeah, by the way, he's been the con man that Sawyer's been looking for his whole life.
But that's the point. The point is that all of these people have an intertwined destiny to land and get where they are.
Sure.
That's
whatever. The island has
the whole point.
The island has magic. Whatever. But
it's not that the island has magic.
Yes, it does. It cured his paralyzed legs. That's the whole point. That's what everybody's after. That's what Ben's after. They want to know why Locke can walk again. Why Bernard's wife doesn't have the terrible cancer that's making her die anymore. There's magic properties, all right? But for Jack to get essentially kidnapped, beaten and locked away in a zoo, to then fall in love with Juliet, who's clearly manipulating him, and then to be Mr. All Badass, she's under my protection. Saeed is a trained soldier. He says who's safe and who isn't. Okay? Like, what are we doing here? Saeed brings rationale to a show to characters that have no rationale.
Okay. So you're only about halfway through, so you got a ways to go.
I get that.
I told Elliot to wait for the episode called The Constant, which is one of the best episodes of TV ever written. And it's not that it has a bunch of action. It's not that it effectively, you are at the moment in Lost where the next two, if you're at the finale.
I think so. I think I'm like 1 to 2. I think they do like 2-part finales. So I think I'm at the first part of the set.
So the next like 3-4 episodes, if you're at the end of season 3, change the whole series.
Yeah, that's what the missus keeps telling me. Is like, you're in for all the answers. Kind of get shown you in the final of season 3.
And I'm going to ruin it right now. Not like spoil, but you will not get every answer that you're looking for. But that's kind of the point of Lost, because I had to grapple with how it ends.
Right.
And I'm not going to spoil that for you, but I had to, because I followed it weekly. I was part of the fucking Lost hype.
And I get it as somebody who's watching it way later in life. And so everybody's had a chance to let it breathe.
And you actually just binge it.
Yeah.
Like,
so there's no like, oh, what's this? What's that? Getting answers right away for a show like Lost can be a little like, it can take the magic away. I get all that.
The magic of Lost, I would argue, is you have to grapple with one of two things. Like, did they really have a plan for this show? Like, did they have, or did they just want to like throw shit out there to see where it goes?
Yeah, see what fans liked and then play off that.
Almost like, can we keep this show going if we just layer question on question on question and then just give little tidbits of answers? J.J. Abrams calls it the mystery box. Like, you throw people in the middle of a mystery and they want answers on both directions, right?
Right.
So like, is it a writing exercise, or did they legitimately have like kind of an idea of where they wanted to go and they just kind of filled it in as they went?
Or they never even thought the show would be a success, and then it blew up to be this phenomenon. And then they were like, oh, damn, we got like 5 more seasons we got to fill.
Lost changed the way TV, procedural drama was done after the first season. Like the first season of Lost changed the game, dude. Yeah. And like, listen, I understand your frustrations. You got to keep on going. You will grapple with the end of this show, but you are at a turning point in Lost in which everything else opens up and you're like, what the fuck? Right. You know what I mean? So give it a chance. We will do a retro review when you're done with it.
I'm not ranting because I don't like the show. I'm enjoying the show. It's entertaining. I have a lot of characters I like, and I like their stories. Jin and Sun, I think, have one of the best stories on the show so far. There's just some things that are so stupid.
Yeah.
That drives me up a wall, and it's like, brother, use your brain, brother. It's really just Jack and Kate.
There is also
drive me crazy.
I know. There is also one thing that I want you to keep in mind that might help you grapple with those things. Is that also remember that most of them are about self-preservation, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think of that when they make the dumb decisions that they're making, is usually there's a selfish tenet to it. So think of that. Like, it's more about self-preservation.
Well, Jack's easily the most selfish character in the show.
Yeah. And, you'll see later on in seasons is like, okay, is he really trying to be for the greater good, or is he doing this so he can remain in charge, kind of a deal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But anyway, I've really liked Sawyer, Saeed's stories, Jin and Sun, like I mentioned, and Hurley in the van episode. I loved that episode. Just getting the guy a win. Sometimes it's what you need.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's actually get to the show, huh? Adam Driver.
After 30 minutes.
Sorry. We had important stuff to cover.
Well, we have Ayo Chris. They needed that Alien Earth review, and I had to go poop.
Yeah, but it's okay. Adam Driver says he was developing a Star Wars movie, The Hunt for Ben Solo, with Steven Soderbergh. Apologies if I messed up the last name. He says it was, quote, one of the coolest bleeping scripts he had ever been a part of. It was set after Rise of Skywalker. Lucasfilm loved it. Disney said no. That, quote, they didn't see how Ben Solo was alive. Who cares?
It doesn't fucking matter. If it's tight, let's go.
Yeah. If you've got an incredible actor like Adam Driver wanting to reprise a role in Star Wars,
you know what?
I think you do it, bud.
I know this is going to be a hot take because like the sequel trilogy was at points hot garbage. There was some cool stuff in there, but a lot of it was hot garbage. I really liked Adam Driver's character. I liked his arc. I like how he came around and like he was manipulated by the dark side and how he just basically idolized his grandfather. Then at the end realized that he was misled and he's being a fucking dipshit. And then the Force dyad shit that Abrams brought in, I was like, okay, that's cool too. Like the Force dyad, them being like intertwined, them being intertwined in the Force, I thought was also fucking cool. So now that you give me all this cool shit, you kill him? Yeah. I like this character. I like Sweater Solo.
There were 4 or 5 characters I really liked in the sequel trilogy. It just never all came together.
I just never bought him as like a big bad. That was the problem. Like, I think that one of my biggest disappointments with the whole sequel trilogy is that you like set up Snoke as being like something.
I thought he was the big bad of the series.
Everyone did. And then you see Ben Solo kind of manipulate, which I would say that in The Last Jedi, him killing Snoke was like a cool twist, but it also was sour because it's like, okay, everything that you set up didn't matter. Now that he's like the big bad guy, but he's not a big bad guy. Like I never bought him as like a big evil guy.
No.
It's like you knew he was going to turn
right
before the end.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I also felt like he comes off better as like almost like a Ronin-esque character.
Yeah.
Like he would come off, you always talk about like the wandering Jedi. He comes off as a cooler version of that, which is, I bet, what this movie would have been.
You know what? I am telling you, and this is some real shit. If there's a way for them to take the stink, because a lot of people are tripping on when they announced like a Rey movie. I'm like, hold up though. If they can somehow take the stink off of the sequel trilogy, that's in their interest. So if you had like a Rey movie and like a sick ass Ben Solo movie, but they were good, like they were good.
And they don't have to be connected.
Yeah.
They can just be standalone films.
You can take the stank off of what happened with The Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly. Next, we have, this is a really cool story. We go to Japan for this one because Japan has awarded Japanese voice actor and legend. She's an all-timer legend. Masako Nozawa, a person of cultural merit honor for her years of work as the anime godfather for a lot of us, Son Goku. She's the first voice actor to receive the award and will be rewarded 3.5 million yen for the rest of her life annually. What a goat.
I remember my dad when I was a kid because I would watch on VHS, bro.
Right.
On bootlegged VHS movies for Dragon Ball. And I would watch these things all the time. And my dad would come in and be like, what the fuck are you watching? All you hear is, bah! And I'm like, yeah. Vegeta. Like, it's fucking sick. Like, there was something about what they cracked with that whole thing that just... It just spoke to young me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she is so iconic. She did several voices in.
She's done a plethora of voices, but Goku being her most famous.
Yeah.
So congrats to her. Avatar, Fire and Ash is rumored to have the first teaser trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So just more reason to get people to see Avatar. Simu Liu, also Shang-Chi, also badass actor, has said that the first draft of Sleeping Dogs, he has finished it. They finished the first draft, and he revealed it's the studios that don't seem to understand how important this IP is, but we will get them there. Here's a tip.
Sleeping Dog, is that based on the video game franchise?
Here's the thing. If you have Simu Liu, who's an awesome action star, wanting to do an awesome action property, write a check.
Okay. You know what? I feel bad for Simu Liu because Shang-Chi was pretty dope.
It was sick.
Like, it was a Marvel
It had no
movie.
right being as good as it was.
And it was tight.
And it was sick.
And now you have this, and we haven't had anything from Simu Liu, who is funny.
Yep.
Great actor.
Yep.
Good looking cat.
Absolutely.
And he has the physicality to do this shit.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like Elliot, this is going to sound a little racist.
Oh.
But I'm going to say
I really want to go there.
I want more Asian movies.
Oh, that's not racist at all.
I want more like, not things just made in Japan for like Japanese people that gets ported over here, which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, give me an all Asian anime to live action adaptation.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Give me like something about the
you want like Lionsgate making Akira.
Yeah. I would love that, but with an all Asian cast.
That's what I mean. Like you want an American studio with an all Asian cast doing anime properties or Asian properties.
You know, and I don't know what they fear. Like, so many people fear the idea of doing like an all Asian cast movie. And I'm like, I'm 1,000,000% for it. Like, give me that. You know, give me like a Death Note with an all Asian cast. Not what they did to Death. Although
I will say, keep Willem Dafoe.
Okay, keep Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe was awesome.
And
he
what's
was
his name?
Only good thing of that movie.
And like, look, I don't know if it was the best casting ever, but Lakeith Stanfield, who was in Atlanta, he's an incredible actor. He's an incredible actor. I love Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
He played L. Was F the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was L first.
Yeah, L first.
So he played L, and I was kind of like, okay, that I don't know if that's the greatest casting. They had to do like generic white guy as the main player, and it's like, just give me an all Asian cast, bro.
Death Note Netflix was god awful.
Yeah,
but Willem Dafoe was great for his role.
Oh yeah,
he played that great.
Yeah.
We talked Mark Ruffalo. We're going to talk a little Mark Ruffalo and Hulk because he was talking about a solo Hulk film. Although he would love to be returning as the Hulkster for a solo Banner movie, he is skeptical. One, because he doesn't know if Marvel could get it ever done. And two, it's because Hulk is owned by Universal. So He doesn't think they'd even ever get the rights to Hulk. So it looks like we will not be getting a Hulk movie.
I think it's not in their interest to continuously prop up Avengers characters anymore. I feel like if they don't do like a hard shift after these next 2 Avengers movies, they're gonna fail. Like focus on the X-Men, get out of it.
Here's where I'll say you could do something cool with Hulk, and this would be a good way you could kill him off. You could age him out so he could become an older character, kind of like what I think they'll probably do with
Maestro.
Maestro.
He can become Maestro.
I think you could make it to where he becomes Maestro or he fights Maestro.
I guarantee you we're going to get a Maestro in Secret Wars. I guarantee you there will be a Maestro in Secret Wars. It's like just this fucking gang leader, shithead criminal killer. I guarantee you.
We should. Maestro's a great character.
You know what they did? I don't know if it was I think it was in the Ultimate books. They gave Hulk the Iron Fist. So he has the Iron Fist and he's a Kung Fu master.
That's pretty crazy.
Imagine, bro.
Kung Fu Hulk.
Bro, imagine Monk Hulk with the Iron Fist just fucking fools up.
Damn. I'd low-key feel really bad for that actor because he's never going to get Iron Fist back. And then they're like, we're just going to give it to Hulk now? That
Finn Jones? What's his name? Finn Jones?
Yeah, Finn Jones. That would suck.
Well, they need to recast
but
that.
But then to be like, hey, man, we know we're giving Luke Cage a run back. We know we're giving Jessica Jones a run back. We know Daredevil's getting his second, third season of a show. Yeah, we're going to give Hulk your powers.
But see, here's the thing, man. Danny Rand, it is central to his character to be like who he is. This like privileged white kid that gets lost out of a plane and, and comes back. And, like his whole story is central. What they fucked up on is they tried to do their version of almost like Succession in the MCU. And it was boring. It was boring.
Yeah, the brother and the sister were just not hitting. And then they turned out to make like the brother and Danny become like best friends and, become just like lone warriors. And then like Danny Rand had guns that were glowing. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
No, it was bad.
Little video game news for me to wrap up.
Oh, I got some video game news.
Silent Hill franchise got a big win as the number of copies sold for Silent Hill 2 Remake sells 2.5 million copies, putting the franchise officially over 10 million. Big win, especially because not only is Silent Hill 2 getting great reviews, but Silent Hills F getting great reviews on top of the movie coming out in January. If you're a horror stan for video games, you're in a good spot right now.
And I heard that Silent Hill F is pretty good too.
That's what I mean. I mean, you've got back-to-back good games on top of a movie coming out, which seems to be, I know the Silent Hill movies are kind of janky, but what seems to be a solid next movie coming up.
Good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then I want to end with this because it's one of my favorite video game franchises, Dead Space. So the creator, I have his name here, Glenn Schofield, he has been making calls with EA because EA recently just got bought, and he's got an idea for Dead Space 4. He's trying to get Dead Space 4 lit, so he's making the calls now around the studios to see who could be doing it, potentially pitching it. The Dead Space games were a huge success for Visceral Studios. Dead Space 3, I get, kind of fell off because they made it focused on co-op and game or gun creation. I get all that. I understand all that. I still thought it was fun, even though it took the horror really out of it. Dead Space Remake was incredible, and it brought you back to that same fear you felt playing the first game.
Question.
Answer.
Maybe, though, for what it was when it was made, it was like pretty big deal, is revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's tried and true and tired. Like, how do you make it new if they do a fourth one?
So what I think they would do is if they followed it up with how the DLC ended in game 3, which was Carter and Isaac arguing over should you bring the ship back to Earth or not, because it might bring the marker plague.
Oh, so we get Alien Earth.
Exactly. You get Dead Space Earth, which necromorphs on Earth and the markers and the cultists around it would be a really crazy thing. And I think that could be really fun, especially because Earth is essentially a dying planet in the Dead Space series. So I think there's a lot of things you can do with it. I also think it'd make a great TV show or movie. But anyway, you saw how successful Dead Space Remake was. People love the game. It looks beautiful. And if you even needed more money, you could focus on a Dead Space 2 remake, which some people argue is even scarier and better than the first game. And then you could use that to push for, please make this happen for me.
I don't think they do a 4. I think they do like a new individual game and a new
story with a new character.
New story, new character. I think that's the only way you could do it. You could try the legacy sequel thing has been a big thing in like movies recently. Right. I don't know if it's going to work in video games. But
I just think right now you're having so many dubs for horror games and horror game remakes like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and Dead Space to a degree. If you just, the market's there. So hit while the market's hot.
I would say that there is maybe exceptions to that rule as far as the legacy sequel in video games, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a sequel.
Right.
It's not necessarily
a one-for-one. Right.
No, it's not a remake. It's actually kind of like a sequel on like what they're doing. So maybe it could work. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about here real quick. Star Wars Lando back in development with Childish Gambino himself.
Right on.
We also have the Jetsons is reportedly going to star Jim Carrey.
Okay. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun family movie. Be a fun family movie.
Tron Ares is projected to lose over $130 million.
Yeah, they said
biggest Tron of the year.
They said the Tron story arc is essentially dead, or the Tron franchise is essentially dead.
Vision Quest, which actually I've been waiting for because it's a trilogy of shows. You go back and WandaVision. Did you even watch that?
No.
WandaVision was great. And then you went to Agatha, also exceptional. As far as MCU shows are concerned, one of the better ones. And then Vision Quest is supposed to be like kind of the end about like where does White Vision go?
Right.
How does he come full circle? Basically being the analog for Vision moving forward in the MCU and stuff like that. So it's reportedly going to be coming out rather soon. They've been working on it for a while. Good buzz. And also the creator of DOA, Itagaki-san, passed away, unfortunately. But the cool thing about him is that he was kind of like the bad boy of like Japanese game development.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that was always wearing the leather jacket and stuff?
With the samurai sword.
Okay, yeah.
He's the guy that made DOA. He's the guy that, revolutionized a lot of these characters that Ninja Gaiden 4 just dropped. You know what I mean? Ryo Hayabusa. Hayabusa? Busa. Dude, those games were so sick.
Yeah. Those games were hard too.
Very. These were
the Dark Souls before the Dark Souls.
And we're going to end on this. Ninja Gaiden 1, I remember, because we may or may not have used a fake Blockbuster card in order to rent the game and then just never return it. Who knows? Right? But that game was, when we put it in, I was like, oh, this shit's sick, right?
This is something different.
This is something sick, dude. And it was so fucking hard because you were not used to games being as difficult as Ninja Gaiden 4. We were not ready for the difficult nature of Ninja Gaiden. And then a lot of people saying that, okay, this game, as in regards to Ninja Gaiden 4, did not have the biggest budget in the world, you can tell, but it nails like a perfect evolution of Ninja Gaiden gameplay. It's sick, it's quick, you do cool things, and there's strategy to it. So fucking go and play it. So if you have Games Pass, which a lot of people don't anymore, but if you do, it's day one, or you could just buy it. But it's supposed to be super sick.
All right. There you go. For one half. Little rantier half.
Little ranty from Elliot over here.
Well, I mean, it's just stupid. Like, why? She's under my protection. Okay, dude. You mean the girl that kidnapped Kate put a gun to her hip.
Yeah.
That beat up Sawyer. Yeah, that held your friends captive for like weeks at a time. Yeah. No. She's under my protection.
Okay, sock man.
And then the second say, it's like, I want answers when she's ready. All right. Hey, stay back, kitten. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what are we doing here?
All right. So there you go.
There you go.
The first half, ranty half, done. Coming back with some sports, baby!
Hi, it's Elliot Cams here. You might know me as Elliot Jams. You might also know me as the coziest boy in Fresno.
So cozy.
You know why? Because I'm inside Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
We had to take off our jackets because it's so cozy.
It's warm. I feel like I'm in a bosom. Your bosom. Grogg's bosom.
Gentle bosom.
The bosoming is happening here at Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
So come eat and drink.
Out of the bosom of Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
It's so cozy up in this bitch, Elliot.
Super cozy. So cozy, I had to put on my new Taps and Takes sweater.
Yeah, look, we're just all cozy up in here. I must say, round of applause. We got to give credit when credit's due, and Orky crushed that commercial.
He really did.
This is one of my favorite commercials we've ever done.
Yeah, we nailed it. We totally nailed it. Team effort.
So cozy.
So cozy.
Now, Elliot.
Drew.
As you give me the sports stories, I'll be linking up the phone so we can do.
We can actually do this, so I don't have to do it a cappella. I appreciate that. We're going to start things off, though, with blind bets because, Drew.
Yes.
I know we're so cozy here in Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
But how we do it on the blind bets,
But your boy's on a bit of a heater.
Okay.
3-1 back-to-back weeks. Let's go over them. Green Bay, Arizona, over 44.5. Easy money. Giants, the G-Men. Although they lost in a very sad fashion, they covered the 6.5, like I knew they would.
Did you know that the Bucks were going to lose?
No, but we didn't bet the Bucks, so it's okay. Pittsburgh, they lost the Unk Bowl, and that was on Thursday night, so, whatever. That game was still great. And then Carolina, those Panthers, they beat up on those very poopy Jets.
Why are the Panthers coming up in the game a little bit here?
Because they play hard and they run the damn ball well.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? But that might come crashing to an end this week. Anyway, we got this week's picks, and I'm feeling good. You know why?
Why?
Because if it ain't broke, dang gummit, don't fix it, Drew.
Elliot. This, when you say things like this is when we get in trouble.
No, because we're going with what's worked. And you know what's worked?
What?
Packers overs. Packers, Pittsburgh. Rodgers, love. A battle of love between the old flame and the new flame. In Pittsburgh, we've seen Pittsburgh's defense this year. It's buns. It's bona fide ass. You can't deny it. I mean, they gave up how many points to Joe Flacco? And I know Joe Flacco's elite, and there's something about Flacco that you trust.
Flacco is elite, thank you.
But over at 45, which has essentially been the Packers over for the last couple of weeks, they've hit it comfortably. They've averaged 27 points in all of their wins, 4-1-1. I really like this play. We're going to go with that. The Giants. I don't know how you watch the Giants after beating the Eagles, and then I know they lost to the Broncos, but for essentially dominating most of that game, they play with heart, they play well, and they hate the Eagles. You're getting a touchdown and more, plus 7.5. I get it's in Philly, but outside of last weekend against Minnesota, has Philly really impressed you this year?
No. I was going to say, the Eagles they're not clicking on.
Man. They're not. They clicked on this weekend, but even then, it went down to the wire against the Vikings on their backup quarterback. So I really like the Giants here, plus 7.5. I think they're playing really well. I think Jackson Dart's legit, and Cam CTE Scattaboo is a stud.
Scattaboo and Dart.
Scattaboo, baby. Next, I don't get why some of these lines are as big as they are. We've got Chicago and Baltimore. Now, I believe the reason why the line is so high is because they believe Lamar Jackson's going to play. But you're getting Lamar Jackson coming off injury in his first week, and the Bears are on a 4-game win streak. The Bears are hot, albeit it's not the prettiest.
Right.
But you're getting a touchdown. You're getting 7 points against Baltimore, who hasn't looked good even when Lamar's played. Give me the Bears here. Give me the Bears +7. And then finally, we've got Dallas taking on Denver. Dallas has been just lighting teams up offensively. Dak's on an absolute heater.
Also, who would have thunk it?
Right. Everybody was ready to write off the Cowboys, us included. You know, you saw the Commanders having a great year last year, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, and then the Giants being frisky. But Dak has played lights out. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in football. +3.5, so you get a field goal and a little more. Give me the Dallas Cowboys here. A lot of underdogs, but I feel good about them dogs. This is a week for the dogs, baby.
Yeah, but like, do you like it enough to parlay it so we can make real money and not little baby Elliott money?
Drew, I'm going to stop you right there because positive money is good money.
Yeah, but like, it's almost why bother? Like, why bother making
Drew,
$10 when you can make $1,000?
Hey, Royce. Yeah. Is 3-1 good?
Sure.
Is 6-2 better?
Yes.
Now, imagine you put all those picks together and then they added up to 0 because you parlayed them. Would you be happy about that?
No.
There you go.
Royce,
thank you, Royce.
Here's my question.
Royce, the man of reason.
Hold on. Royce, here's my question. Would you rather bet $5 on 4 games or $40 on a 4-leg parlay so you can win $600? So you're basically risking $40.
What's the percentage payout on the $5 bet?
Fuck it, you'll double your money. So you'll make $20.
Take the big parlay.
Okay.
Right there.
But what happens when you don't win those parlays, but you still have a positive record? So now you're betting to lose anyway.
Because you're risking the money
positive
to make...
records is what bettors look for.
You're risking the money to make the money. That's my point, dude.
No.
He's $20, or you can make fucking $700.
Or
that's what gambling is.
What are you gonna do if you win $20?
You know what you're gonna do?
You get a whole meal of Taco Bell for that.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what you're gonna get?
Thank you.
You're gonna get a sick ass burrito from Chipotle, and I'm putting the queso on, baby. Real nice. Now let's go over to a quick NFL recap because we have a lot to cover.
You can put queso on your burrito?
Or put a little like droopy queso just coming down. Just have it raining down. Because that's the queso play,
I'm gonna
baby.
Get queso with extra guac.
That's the queso emergency play this weekend. Really quick recaps of week 7. The Chiefs are back and they're a problem again. We knew it was going to happen. It was only a matter.
I did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah, I did. The Eagles get a big win over the Vikings. Jalen has his best game of the season so far. 3 TDs in the offense.
Thank Christ.
Yeah. The 49ers continue to win despite being broken literally everywhere.
I thought they were cooked.
Nope. Instead,
I thought they were fucking cooked.
Nope.
Bro.
Instead, they're the 2 seed in the NFC and top of their division. Their division stacked. New England Patriots first atop the AFC East, dominating the Titans. Drake May looks awesome. Tampa Bay just cannot, is much like the 49ers, just getting riddled with injuries. Mike Evans unfortunately broke his collarbone. He's going to be out for a good portion of the season, and it will unfortunately most likely end his streak of 1,000 yards receiving. He's had it since college to the NFL until this season. So sad to see a streak like that go, but he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. I won't hear anything else. Lions look good again. You know, they lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Packers. Yeah. They're good. They've always been good. I
watched them play last night.
Yeah. Carolina Panthers. Royce's Carolina Panthers, 4-3. Frisky. Sure, it was ugly when they played the Jets, but 4-3, you don't apologize for being over 500. Bryce Young, though, does have a high ankle sprain, so the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, is going to be taking on the Bills, so probably going to be 4-4 again. Yeah. Gross. That was gross. It was funny, but it was gross, Royce. The Jets, the most pathetic team in football.
Yeah.
So bad they're benching their quarterback. And even their backup quarterback doesn't look any good. Man, this team is a joke.
Can those guys get a break, huh?
Man, if only they had like a veteran quarterback that could help them, that was probably playing awesome this year. Couldn't be me. Anyway, the Steelers, 4-2, although they lost to the Bengals in the all-time Unk Bowl. You can't tell me that wasn't an awesome game to watch. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes. Something about Flacco being elite. 3 touchdown passes.
Something to prove, Elliot.
And again, I know we talked about it a little bit with blind bets. The Steelers defense being the highest paid defense in the NFL looks horrible. Horrible. I mean, you can't have that. You can't be the highest paid defense and be that bad.
This proves that throwing money at issues doesn't necessarily fix those issues.
Right. But Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns, and even though they didn't win the game, he threw a Hail Mary into the end zone to end the game. 70 yards at 41. Good God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. The Colts, best record in football. They're 6-1 after they beat the brakes off the Chargers. Eddie, I'm sorry. Put Puppet Eddie here. I'm sorry, buddy. Who would have thought Daniel Jones would be this good? Literally none of us.
Yeah.
Everybody was ready to just ship him off into, backup duties for the rest of his life. But Jonathan Taylor crushing. Daniel Jones playing clean. Michael Pittman in the offense is efficient. And then my last little thing, 2 little things. Darnold watch.
Oh, God.
Seahawks, the last team standing in Seattle. More on that in a second. I'm sorry, Mariners. And then finally, I want to cover the Packers for just a smidge, just a quick smidge, because they are 4-1-1. They're the 1 seed in the NFC, and they drive me up a damn wall, man.
Why?
Because I don't get how a team who is so talented on both offense and defense can let teams with Joe Flacco as their quarterback, with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback, and with Joe Flacco again, but with the Browns, stay in games and be competitive. I do not understand how a team with so much talent and a quarterback who's playing some of the cleanest football in the NFL right now, you cannot get the offense going until the 4th quarter of games.
Is that up at the top then, you think?
It's a Matt LaFleur issue. Too many penalties. This team's not buttoned up. And on 3rd and 1, you do that stupid Packer toss that for the history of the Packers organization has never worked. Never worked. Stop. Throw out the Packer toss. It has literally never worked for all of the good running backs we've ever had. Amon Green, Ryan Grant, Fat Eddie Lacy, Cheeseburger Eddie Lacy, to Josh Jacobs. Stop with this 3rd and 1 Packer toss. It never works. It never works. All right. Micah Parsons, though, first career game with 3 sacks. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Elliott feels very strongly about this.
This team has too much talent to struggle offensively, and that comes from an offensive head coach. That comes from Matt LaFleur. Too many penalties. That's a head coaching issue. They need to be buttoned up. And I got a crazy idea. Get your rookie wide receiver, Matthew Golden, some touches. You spent a 1st-round draft pick on him.
Yeah.
Get him involved. That's it, though. Packers 4-1-1, and you're not going to apologize for a win. But they're not looking... They don't look clean.
Right.
I'd take the 49ers over them right now.
Really?
I think Kyle Shanahan's an awesome coach. And
that is true.
And I don't see it's one of those things. The 49ers have beaten us so many times in so many key games. I don't see I have to see it to believe it.
I think they're like the Major League, the movie Major League, of a bunch of riffraff that are basically just rising to the occasion. Yeah. But kind of what it seems like.
I'd take the Chiefs over the Packers. I'd probably take the Colts over the Packers. Buffalo, I'm not sure. I'd probably take the Patriots over the Packers right now. There are a lot of teams better than the Packers right now because the Packers aren't playing their best ball and they have no reason not to. That's my thing. All right. That's football, though. That's football. So we got to talk about the World Series. The World Series is upon us because we have our 2 final teams. The villains of baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the highest bankroll in baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the most talented team in baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers, are in the World Series. But the question was all this week, who are they going to play? Because I don't know if you guys have been watching, Mariners Blue Jays has been an all-time classic, a great series. Mariners take off the first 2 games. Toronto comes back, rallies it back up, we get all the way down to Game 7 in Toronto. Seattle takes a lead. Big dumpy. Cal Riley makes it. Cal Rayleigh. Apologies. Probably I don't know. Some people say Aaron Judge should be the MVP of the season. I think Cal should because what he's done with the catcher and the amount of home runs he hit, even in the postseason. I know it's a regular season award, and I know Aaron Judge numbers are fantastic, but just give the Mariners this at this point. He makes it 3-1 with a solo, and just for Springer in the 7th to hit a 3-run home run to take the Toronto Blue Jays 4-3 in Game 7. Your Toronto Blue Jays are going to be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. The first time that the Blue Jays have made the World Series since, you guessed it, my birth year, 1993. So, Blue Jays or Blue Jams? That's the question. Ricky, I'm looking at you. Go Blue Jays. Sorry. We don't need another Dodgers World Series right now. But I want to give the Mariners their flowers. An incredible season, an all-time season from Cal Riley. And I just mean like to have your first ever Game 7 in history. And I know it is in gut-wrenching fashion to lose like that. But the season you had, you should be proud of that. The Mariners have a lot to build off of. And I know you didn't make your first ever World Series, but to get that close, to get to your first ever Game 7 is something to be proud of.
Even though you cooled them?
I did cool you guys, and I have to apologize to Mariners because I was live tweeting the game because I've been really in on... This felt like having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
Because I got a soft spot for the Blue Jays because they won the World Series when I was born. So a part of me feels like it's a destiny team. But also, I got family in Seattle now. So it's like, I kind of got a soft spot for the Mariners. Never the Seahawks. Although I do love me some Darnold. But
I love that you said, I have family.
I got family.
But you're not married yet.
Not yet. But I got family there. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Wait, did you ask her?
No. Promise I didn't.
Because I'd be mad.
No.
Did you? Elliot, you paused.
No, I haven't.
Elliot.
No.
I want to take those pictures,
No.
Elliot.
As I've mentioned, because I know Lady Jams will be watching this, the ring is in development. Me and my team have the development stages of the ring in place.
I'm like, you can have Sarah's. She doesn't wear it.
Nah. But the ring, me and my team have the ring development underway.
Who's in the team?
Can't tell you the team.
You can't tell me the team?
I can't tell you the team. She's listening.
Okay. All right.
But the ring is in development.
Okay.
But yeah, I tweeted, loving this game. I tweeted, loving this game. I tweeted, loving this game. 3 more innings, home stretch for the Mariners. Literally the second I sent, Springer hits the 3-run home run for the Toronto Blue Jays to go up 4-3. And I cooled the Mariners. So Mariner fans, I'm sorry. It's
his fault, dude.
I really believe
I
really believe I am an Iceman, and that even this 3-1 streak for football and my 4-0 streak in teasers that I've low-key got on the side, it's all going to come crumbling down.
Yeah.
Especially because we're going to talk hockey for a second. Don't have a lot to cover because I don't know much going on, but I told you this is going to be a hockey pod in no time. The Ducks are rad.
Are they?
The Ducks are sick. The Ducks are sick this year. This is a Ducks year. And we're feeling good. All right.
I thought you were a San Jose man.
Well, I go there, so I got a soft spot for the Sharks. The Sharks have had some very pathetic hockey getting played.
Yeah.
To where they've had some really huge blunders in some games that have cost them games. But you know what? I still love you guys, San Jose. I love San Jose. We're going to root for Sharks, all right? This is Sharks Ducks community.
Go Sharks.
You know what? Go good team. Good. Go hockey.
Go hockey in general.
Go hockey. I'm going to know more. Just give me some time. And the NBA started today, but I want to end really quickly on sumo.
Oh.
Sumo. Hi. That's yes in Japanese.
You are correct.
So London hosted a pro sumo tournament over the weekend. It's the second time that sumo has gone, I believe, to the UK or outside of Japan. So huge deal. The Brits, you did a fantastic job just showing love and support to the sumo wrestlers and to sumo as a whole. And the tournament itself was rad. From Russian twist to full-on grapples to them saving each other and having the ref retie the sumo belt.
The sumo diaper.
Yeah, because it was coming undone. And he's like, they don't need to see that. So, and the champion won a giant bottle of soy sauce. And I was like, they just did everything right, man. So shout out to
Maybe
sumo
if
wrestlers.
we can find a couple of clips of that, we'll put it
Shout out to sumo. And you know what? It needs to be a sport I can bet on, frankly.
Oh, well, have you ever seen Freakonomics?
No.
Freakonomics talks about the sumo wrestling and how it was so rigged back in like the 90s and 2000s that sumo wrestling betting was massively rigged.
Well, make it at least outsiders because we don't know what's going on.
I think
we don't know if it's rigged.
No, I think they cracked down on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
I gotta. Yep.
You gotta stretch it out.
I gotta. Whoop. There's no music.
Oh wait.
I'm gonna. There it is.
Wait.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling into the end zone. It's your week 7 Fantasy Football recap. We start in Seattle where the biggest dumpy wasn't in Toronto. Mariners, I'm sorry, but it's Mikey's pants because we keep asking the darn old question, when will the Droopies get a win? Well, we have a DeAndre Swift answer for you. It's right now as Nathan Drake London found gold. He found gold.
There's gold in the mills.
With 3 golden scores, thanks to first matey Quinshawn Jodkins. Yar! Mikey won't like this cowabummer when he finds out that he wasn't built Jerome Ford tough. The Droopies win, crushing Mikey 120-93. Let's keep it a bunk here. The Betty's got a freebie from an Evan Engram. Eddie gets his backs. Eddie gets back-to-back weeks with some Bijan before bed on Sunday night. Nice. Jess's team is a mess, and frankly, not a hot one, as her team was left with an Alec Pierce through the heart. Eddie gets a freebie, winning 112-53. To the Mile High City, where Steve left Tim feeling awfully shitty. When Bo Burnham Nix put on a symphony against the G-Men. Rashid Minute Rice got to scoring fast and frequently against the as Steve had to hurt the only team that never loved him back. Tim was hoping it would be Keandre Miller time, but sadly for him, in a game of odds and evens, he was all 6s and 7s. 6-7! Steve routs Tim, moving to 5-2, winning 149-73. In Minnesota, where Drew and the Toots had a little pop from Jalen Rose Hurts, Christian Thy Name is McCaffrey put on a heavenly display of production, leaving Drew to say, Dald Schultz. Drew may have been in the lead, but he wasn't out of it yet as Sparkles locked him in his Patrick Mahomes. What Sparkles wasn't ready for, or really any of us, was that Drew brought Panthers, like a whole pack of Panthers, and they ravaged Sparkles, leaving Trey McBride looking to get off on the 105 to the 805 to get on to Viense, back to where you belong. The Toots get the last gas, winning 132-123. To Cincinnati, where Darren was hanging with Aaron Mr. Rogers as 4 scores in ayahuasca ago. Rogers diced Sal in the Unk Bowl. Isn't that rad, yo? Though Sal was impressed, Dak wasn't all that as he torched the commies. It wasn't looking good for Darren. That is until Jake the Snake Ferguson slithered into the end zone for 2 scores. Snake bats. Sal tried to rams him off balance, but in the spirit of No King's Day, Darren reminded everyone to watch out for some Patriots D this weekend as they marched all over Sal. Was that political? Don't worry about it. Darren gets win number 2, winning 106-101. We go across the pond, because there was a proper match between Swingers and Killingus. Royce was hoping to be deemed Xavier worthy and being knighted, but sadly for him, he wasn't given a Keyshawn booty. Royce tried finding his Uncle Rico, but the Nick folk tale ended when the Swingers saw Jackson Storm approaching the pitch. Matthew Old Stafford remained strong, securing 5 points for the club as the Swingers take down the foreplay. A good show, a jolly good show indeed, as the Swingers are swinging. Yeah, baby, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Winning 128-82.
You sound like a British announcer, bro. That was pretty good.
Thank you. We return stateside as this just in. The Orcs are no longer sneaky good. They're just really good as Devontae Adam West was dominating the Jags with a hat trick. Cortland is out of this quick recess as he brought in 6 snags and was in charge of theft of a game in Mile High. The biggest high was from the kicker as Evan was McFeeling himself with 4 scores and 3 extra points. That's 7 kicks, 7 for 7, not 6s and 7s, what the Utes are saying.
The Utes.
Between us girls, I don't actually understand what that is.
Do-Over Podcast, twitch.tv/The Do-Over Podcast. I'm explaining it.
Okay, Eric needed a Justin Fields medic to help salvage what was left of his team, but the points were simply not Jordan and Addison up. Was it Bears? Worse. It was Orcs, as the Orcs are 5-2, creaming Eric, who still doesn't let us name his child. I know you've had one.
I know
you have one. You have a child in hiding, and I will find your son. Give me your son.
Give me back your son.
And finally, we got ourselves a chick off. Is a classic battle of the chicks as we have April Showers leading the Colleen Flounders thanks to a heroic effort on both sides. Josh Beck Jacobs put on 2 scores and was left asking his team, Drew?
Yeah?
Where's the lead?
Where is it?
As April was calling 911 with a 118 Bryce for impact. Her Kimani Vidals weren't looking too hot as after Colleen was Jonathan Bankings in with Taylor getting 3 more scores. But April, being the optimist that she is, let us know to never gives up and put up a lion's roar of a comeback on Monday night, upsetting Colleen, winning 105-96. April also 5-2 and cannot be stopped, and there's your week 7 fantasy football recap. Thank you. Give me some air horns. Woo!
So what's... Am I 5-2?
We're 4-3 together, buddy.
Me and you.
We're still in the thick of it.
We are still in it.
Much like my tummy and my ass, thick of it.
I had actually the best scoring game so far of the year against Sparkles, and I was pissed. But man, oh man, McCaffrey came through for me, dog.
You know what? My team was
40 points.
My team was kind of buns, but when you're buns, you lean on some Browns.
There you go.
There you go.
For the Browns.
That'll do it. And we're the Cleveland Browns.
Good job.
You too.
It's good job
you
today.
Too.
It's a good job.
It's a great job.
Now check out that sweater. Ooh. Okay. And if you want more details on that, hit us up, twitch.tv/The Do-Over Podcast. We're doing our thing right now. And then, yes, we have the YouTubes, the Spotifys, the Apple Podcasts. Just follow us.
Patreon.
Just follow us.
Give me your money.
No.
Nah, you don't have to do that. Nah, you're fine.
But I'm just kidding. Do come and hang out with us because we love you and we appreciate all your support. And you know that we'll be back. Friday morning.
That's right.
Some more taps.
Maybe afternoon, depending on how we do things.
Who knows? But until next week, gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Subscribe. Moose Handlers. Subscribe. Moose Handlers.